Welcome back to Car Sports. It's been a minute. I haven't recorded a video in multiple weeks, it feels like. I've been very busy with work and other things. If you can't tell by a little bit of a nicer shirt, I had my grad party this afternoon. So I decided after a long day, I might as well reward myself with a game of Madden. Now, you can also reward me by hitting that subscribe button. It helps out a ton. It helps grow the channel. Also hit the like button because believe it or not, and you've probably heard this from bigger and smaller YouTubers than myself, hitting that like button shows that you at least enjoyed this content. And if you're watching it, I hope you do enjoy it, as I am going to try and upload more frequently as I have in the past. But it helps spread it through the algorithm. Like, you can look at my views on my account, and you can see the ones with the most likes, right? And I feel like that's redundant. Most likes is the most views. The ones where I get the most likes early are the ones that have ended up getting into triple digits in the view count. So, if you think likes don't matter, then you don't know how the YouTube algorithm works, which I've done plenty of research trying to figure out how to make this account bigger. But tomorrow, I might go live for the playoff or a weekend in review for sports. It's been a minute since I recorded one of those, so we're going to have to do one of those. But before we talk about things for the future, we got to talk about what is the present, which is playoff football in Las Vegas. We are hosting the Kansas City Chiefs in the Wildcard round of the playoffs. Let's take a look at this playoff bracket. So taking a look at this playoff bracket, we are the 3 seed in the AFC. The Bills got home field advantage and the 1 seed. Ravens not far behind them. Then the Titans are directly below us 1 spot. Bengals are the 5. Chiefs are the 6, as we know. And the Jacksonville Jaguars of Duval are the 7 seed. Over in the NFC, the Cardinals are the 1 seed. Eagles, Lions, and Falcons are 2 through 4. Packers, Rams, who we own their first round pick as they trade up to number 1 to get Geoff Finley at number 1, their franchise quarterback. It looks like it has panned out for them so far this year. And the Cowboys, who we beat last week, we lost to them a couple weeks ago, I do believe. It's been a minute since I've recorded, so I kind of need to refresh my memory on it, as we actually did, in fact, beat them by 2 points last week. Now, as a team that's gunning for the Super Bowl, I know I do want to make one more season of this series regardless, and I want to make sure that Gio Cousins is a member of this team. And it's hard when, if we look back at Mock Draft 2, and you scroll down, you don't see Gio Cousins anywhere until you get to 15. Now he's at number 1. He, along with 2 other corners that we know of, are top 5 talents. If we scroll down, we see Leon Thomas is also a round 1 talent. Another round 1 corner in Frank Duncan. And then if we scroll down, is he not projected to be a first-round pick? There we go. We see Shaden Meadows, who is my CB2 in this class, also being a top 5 talent. Forgive me if my voice cracks a little bit in this. I've done a lot of talking today, as I promise you, we are not taking a kicker with the 28th overall pick in the draft. I assure you that. I've done plenty of talking today, and of course I reward myself with recording another episode of Raiders franchise, which is something I have long neglected. If we're looking at weekly awards, I'm assuming Max Crosby, who had 8 tackles, 4 sacks. I believe, no, it was the week before that he had the scoop and score. Or I might be getting things completely mixed up. The first storyline, the right end press conference. Hey, Coach, I saw Ryan Clark talking about our season record this morning. Remember, we're in Week 5, you told us we'd be 11-10. Sure. Talk about how we did an amazing job. You guys were a big part of that. So thank you so much. You exceeded your number of wins you promised, and your players have earned 4,500 XP. You've also earned 7 staff points. To take a team that won 4 games last year and have it so they only had 5 losses, almost doing a complete 180, is insane. Another right end meeting with Max Crosby, the slump. Or no, it's Jack Betch. I want to reach out and talk about the goal we set after my slump. How are we feeling? I didn't meet the goal as a leader. I feel like I let... Tell him to ignore the experts. Thank you. His goal was to have 8 touchdowns, right? Dog, he had 9 touchdowns. Like, what are we talking about? Also, Madden fucked me. He's missing 3 touchdowns to his total. He should have had 12 on the year. But, of course, Madden, if it gets to play wrong on the field originally, you don't get credit with the touchdown, which is annoying as hell. Defensive coordinator message. Remember, we fired our defensive coordinator halfway through the season. We need to shift our focus in the playoff game against the Chiefs. What did you find in film study? Their left end will cause problems for a right tackle. Abraham Lucas has been very good for us. So it looks like we're going to be having a team meeting for Week 19, the Wildcard round of the playoffs. Big week, as you know, we're facing the Chiefs in the playoffs. In film study this morning, we talked about how George Karlaftis could cause problems for our right tackle. What's our plan to deal with that? DJ Glaze needs to focus. DJ Glaze is not going to be our right tackle for this game. I promise you that. I absolutely promise you that. Are we not all back healthy? I swear we're back healthy. Alright, so I went into the depth chart and fixed it. Abraham Lucas, for some reason, did not get put back to his right tackle slot with Colson Miller coming back. But now we have something that's almost more important than who's back is our play call defensively. Yet again, we're going to go half pads and we're going to go split reps. So 1, everyone can get a little bit of XP. But 2, I want to try and keep as many people as healthy as possible. Now, I am very proud of what Taysom Hill has done for us over the past couple weeks. Taysom Hill will be returning to tight end for this game, as I think we only have 2 healthy tight ends, as if I'm looking at this graph correctly. Taysom Hill will be moved back to tight end. Actually, no, we still have the rookie. Never mind, the rookie is healthy. So I might just leave Taysom Hill at quarterback. If something happens to Mike Davis, Taysom Hill will be the emergency option. I hope nothing happens to Mike Davis, as that would be absolutely horrendous for this team. As I'm going to leave all of these as is for now. We're going to go back to 2 passing touchdowns. Fans of the channel who have been around have seen this hundreds of times. No, 24 points or less. And that will be the game plan goals. So after we do upgrades for all of our players, I will see you for the start of the game. For upgradable players, we have 2 to Charles Grant, 2 to Thomas Harper. But looking more at important players for us, we have Ashton Genty up to a true 95 overall. That will get us a 4th and final ability slot, where I'm going to give him human joystick. And I think I will keep the rest of these for now. Hopefully those are good upgrades for him. Now Julian Love, we'll give him another upgrade to zone, keeping him a scheme fit, plus 2 to zone. Julian Love has been huge for us. He's been so great in coverage for us. A true lockdown safety. Christian Wilkins, we'll give him an upgrade to speed rusher, get him up to playing up to an 88 overall. Try and make him more well-rounded as he gets plus 3 to finesse moves, which sit fairly low at a 71. Nolan Smith, with this upgrade, actually I'll upgrade him as a power rusher because I want to try and make him as well-rounded as possible. Nolan Smith gets 2 to power moves. He remains an 84, but he looks significantly better. Playing up with +4s to both, having 87 finesse moves for this playoff run is going to be huge for us. And then the return of Mike Davis. Mike Davis, we're going to give him an upgrade to improviser. He's going to go up in overall, up to an 84 overall. Strong arm. We're going to try and get him up to 90 field general, which I think is our best bet, but I want to try and make sure he's also very good and well-rounded. It means once we get him to 90, we can give him like the hot route master abilities, as we'll get Joe Tittman up with an agile upgrade, which brings him to 83, 81, 79. Probably need to give him a pass protecting upgrade next time. Nakobe Dean, an unsung hero of this team. He's going to be playing up to an 85 overall for this playoff run. Him getting Superstar X Factor was one of the biggest moments of this season, which absolutely turned around the future of this defense. We're going to give Jackson Powers Johnson an upgrade to his Agile. He gets an impact block 2, pass block finesse, and a run block finesse. So he is starting to turn into a true franchise center. Looking at a man that is the definition of a franchise player, say hello to second rounder Michael Walls out of California. If you have not been following this channel and haven't seen the huge plays this man did, he had 20 tackles for loss as a rookie safety. He won Defensive Player of the Year as a safety, or Defensive Rookie of the Year as a safety, and I think he only had 2 picks, right? He was not an interception artist, but he just did not miss tackles. Speaking of not missing tackles, the only times he missed tackles were when he wasn't on the field. Trent Simpson and Nakobe Dean are going to be an insane combo up the middle for years and years and years to come. Jordan Davis, the young, now 80 overall defensive tackle, has been insane for us this year. Gets +3 to tackle. 96 strength with his actual pretty decent speed, as I don't see it. Actually, I do. It's 80 speed at that monstrous size. Makes him just insane. Daryl Baker will probably get shipped off in a trade this offseason. He has been very good for us. Signed him to a 3-year deal in the offseason. I would love to honor that deal, but I just don't see a future for him like this. Isaiah Simmons has been a very fun kind of hybrid player, as we're going to give him an upgrade to hybrid. Kind of played some linebacker, some safety, even some corner this year for us. He's been very versatile and a very fun player. As Trey Tucker is still out 1 more week with his dislocated hip. He has a chance to return if we advance in the playoffs. He has just not been able to stay healthy, and it's a shame that we haven't been able to develop him like I've wanted. As we'll get Bryce Alexander up another overall. He's now up to a true 76. The young tight end actually starting to blossom for us a little bit. Andy Carter, this will get him up to a true 76 overall. He's been very good for us in spot situations. He unfortunately doesn't get to play a lot because our linebacker room is so good with Nakobe Dean and Trent Simpson. Darren Porter has been phenomenal for us as our slot DB, as he's going to go up to a true 76 overall with +3 to zone coverage. He's been really unsung. He's been a great player for us this year. Tyree Wilson, I wish got a little bit more run on him. He's going to go up to a true 76 overall. But it's kind of just a shame he hasn't worked out for us. When we made the trade for Nolan Smith, that kind of just closed the door on his possibility of being a true piece, as Michael Mayer has been huge filling in for Brock Bowers. Not going to say anything crazy like, we don't need Brock Bowers, but he has made losing Brock Bowers to a season-ending injury, I believe week 4 or 5, a lot easier. As DJ Glaze is going to go up in overall point. And I think the last one I'm going to do is Justin Redmond, who is a true different type of defensive tackle. He's very small, but in the one game where he started, he had like 3 sacks. This is somebody that I think I would want to keep around. He's very, very versatile and a fun player. Time for wildcard NFL action as Patrick Mahomes is, I guess we don't get to see who they're showing, as Mike Davis will take on the reigning MVP Patrick Mahomes in the first round. An AFC North showdown. All right, actually, no, hold up. Am I on AFC West? Why did I say AFC North? I'm actually clueless, as Mike Davis is running onto the field, ready to run his first playoff snaps. He's missed the past 4 games with an injury. Filling in honorably was Taysom Hill, who as a tight end did a lot of blocking for us and actually had 1 catch for, I believe, 9 yards. He had more passing yards than he did receiving yards, and he played more games at tight end for us than he did quarterback. As we are about to get underway, the Chiefs are about to kick it off to the Las Vegas Raiders. Kicked off and on its way. It will be returnable for Cavante Turpin, who's got a chance to get a nice return as he's out to the 31-yard line. And out comes Mike Davis for his triumphant return to Las Vegas. Looking back at his rookie season, missing the final 4 games of the year, he was well on pace to being a top 3 MVP candidate before his injury. We have dealt with a lot of injuries to our young core: Ashton Genty, Jack Batch Lauderdale, Brock Bowers, and of course the aforementioned Mike Davis, as Ashton Genty's going to get the first carry, and he's got himself a gain of 10 right out of the chute. Ashton Genty ready to make noise for his playoff debut, as if you have not remembered and watched only last season, we did bring back OBJ for those final couple games, and that's where this ball is going. Throwing it up, OBJ! Odell Beckham Jr. touchdown! Just like that! Welcome to the playoffs in Las Vegas! Odell Beckham Jr. Mike Davis, welcome home! It's just a normal seam going up, a slot fade, and who has been great at catching end zone fades? Well, it's OBJ. Was not an end zone fade, but Mike Davis put his first pass back from injury on the money. 2 plays just like that, the Raiders lead 7-0. AJ Cole to give the Chiefs their first shot at scoring a touchdown here, as it will be returnable for number 37. And we're going to bring him down with Taylor at the 24-yard line, and out comes Patrick Mahomes. In the running for MVP yet again. He had a fantastic season, just shy of 5,000 passing yards, 53 touchdowns to 14 interceptions. Let's take a look at their whole offense. Obviously, we know at quarterback, Patrick Mahomes is their starter, but Gardner Minshew and Bailey Zappi make a pretty nice quarterback room. Their main running back is Isaiah Pacheco. Also in the mix is Elijah Mitchell. Their fullback is Alex Armith Jr. Wide receivers, Rashee Rice is hanging around. Xavier Worthy, the ultimate speed threat, is also here. Marquise Brown is hanging around, and Jalen Royal is also here. Justin Ross also hanging around. At tight end, it's Travis Kelce, the future Hall of Famer. The backups, Jared Wiley, who is just as dangerous as Travis Kelce. And then Doug Grant, the rookie. Left tackle is Buckeye legend Josh Simmons. At left guard, it's Kingsley Suamataia. I believe I did pronounce that correct. At center, it's Creed Humphrey. At right guard, Trey Smith is hanging around. And at right tackle, it is Jawan Taylor. Going to be completely honest, I did not recognize Jawan Taylor without him jumping off sides, as the first play from scrimmage is an RPO. It's a quick pass out to the outside. It's caught by Xavier Worthy. It's going to be a nice gain of 6 for the first play, trying to get home on a quick blitz, as this defense is at its best when we're sending pressure. Nakobe Dean's going to be the extra man coming on the blitz. It's going to be another RPO. It looks like it's an identical play, and Xavier Worthy hurdles the tackling DB, eventually brought down by the aforementioned Nakobe Dean. who with great reaction time was able to come off that blitz and get home to make a nice tackle to save a touchdown. As we now have 3 safeties on the field, Justin Simmons is the deep safety. Michael Walls is kind of shadowing over Xavier Worthy. Julian Love right above him. As he's going to go deep to Rashid Rice, and he's going to make the catch right down to the 24-yard line. Justin Simmons able to push him out of bounds before he's able to get a touchdown out of it. Great play there by the flex safety. Or as I said, Justin Simmons. I wish Isaiah Simmons. He's played like Justin Simmons at times for us on the year, as we're going to be dialing up another heavy blitz. As I'm swapped on to Eric Stokes. We're sending pressure, and he's going to throw it away at the ground of a wide receiver covered by Asante Samuel. I think Max Crosby was able to get a hand on him to cause him to have to throw that ball into the dirt, as it's 2nd and 10. Looking over the middle, it's caught by Hollywood Brown. It's a gain of 4. Justin Simmons popping him right at the catch point. The gain of 4 will bring them just, it looks like about a fraction of a centimeter inside the red zone, as it's 3rd down. Travis Kelce is going to come in motion now. 3rd and 6, sending pressure here. Mahomes able to get it away. It's caught by Wiley, and he's got himself a touchdown. Garrett Wiley has been a versatile weapon. When we've played them twice, Travis Kelce got hurt in one of those games halfway through it. And I'm pretty sure Wiley ended up finishing with 100 yards on the game. He has been an elite target for Mahomes. He might be the benefactor of a retirement very soon, as it's now tied 7 apiece. Butker to send this one off. Looks like it's going to be going to Green this time. As Cavante Turpin will be the lead blocker. Getting out to the 33-yard line is going to be Green, as he gets a very nice return. And out comes Mike Davis, our leader of men, the face of the franchise, to lead another drive. What could we have asked more, as I continue to glaze our star rookie quarterback, as Judkins barely gets it, or not Judkins, Ashton Genty barely gets a gain of 1 before getting absolutely pancaked at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Play action pass. We're going to be looking to go Jack Betch's way, as we're going to roll out, and we're brought down sacked. Diving onto the ball is Colson Miller, I believe, or Colton Miller, as it looked like it was Drew Tranquil actually that got home and forced the ball out. Diving on it, it was actually Joe Titman who got there. Thank goodness for Titman to get there, as it's now going to be 3rd and a country mile, as it's 3rd and 27. And I'm going to be sacked again. The pocket did not hold. It's a loss of 6. And it's going to be the former first-round pick. He was the final pick in the draft a couple years ago. And this is as good a time as ever to look at their defense. So at left end, it's George Karloftis. At right end, it's Charles Amenahu. And then it was Felix DK Uzama, I believe, who got home. I saw a hyphenated name was the man that got the tackle. At defensive tackle, it's Chris Jones, Eric Armstead. As it actually was Norman Lott, because it was 93, I remember. He's the one that got that sack just now. At left outside linebacker, it's Leo Chanel. Middle linebacker, Nick Bolton. And Jeffrey Bassa, a former, I believe, second-round pick last year. Drew Tranquil is their left outside linebacker. DB's Trent McDuffie's one of the better in football. Jeremy Connor, oh my goodness, sorry about your pronunciation. I'm terribly sorry. Is their CB2, and Christian Fulton is their CB3. Might see some Naheez Johnson. Free safety is Brian Cook. Strong safety is the rookie Leo Aldridge. Could also see Jaden Hicks and Von Bell factoring in. Kicker Harrison Butker. Punter is Corliss Waitman. Kick returner is Jaden Royal and Taylor Mayo. And their punt returner is just Jalen Royal. We're going to be forced to punt it out of our own end zone. A.J. Cole sending this one off to Royal as we're getting terrible jumps off the bat. It's going to be Porter who makes the tackle just in front of midfield, as it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line. As we got our work cut out for us, Patrick Mahomes under center. It's going to be a handoff. We completely missed the read originally, but Trent Simpson brings him down. I have returned from getting a drink because my voice, it's getting to the point where everyone has known this feeling when you're about to lose your voice because you've talked a little bit too much. That like you start feeling like that lump in your throat. That's an absolute dot over the middle to Rashid Rice. He will be planted at the 32-yard line. Trent Simpson in on that tackle again. But I'm starting to get that like frog in my throat, the like lump that's sitting like right there on me. So when I'm talking, it's like feeling goofy. As going down, Nolan Smith bringing down Mahomes, and he's letting him know about it. An 8-yard loss back to the 40-yard line. As this defensive line, the fact that neither Max Crosby or Nolan Smith or Nolan Smith isn't in the running for, and Isaiah Pacheco might be gone. We will bring him down, pushing him across the line of scrimmage. It's a gain of 20 for Isaiah Pacheco. We sent the blitz, they ran the trap, and there was no one home up the middle. That is completely my fault. As it's 1st and 10, it's a run play. Pacheco is going to get to the 15-yard line as he's been very good on the ground today. As we're going to have to start locking in. It's 2nd and 5 from the 15-yard line. As Mahomes is going to send Travis Kelce in motion, exposing that we are indeed in man coverage. It's going to be a pass play. Rolling out of the pocket is Mahomes, and Michael Walls cannot handle Travis Kelce. As Travis Kelce is into the end zone. Michael Walls just took a bad route trying to bring him down, and Harrison Butker is about to kick one through the uprights to give them a 7-point lead here with just over 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Butker about to send this one back off to the Las Vegas Raiders. It will be turnable for Green. He's got a little bit of a head of steam, and it will be immediately vanquished at the 27-yard line. Out comes Mike Davis with his cast and crew. Starting the drive. They got a ways to go, and they also are playing catch-up for the first time today. As the punt, after back-to-back sacks and almost it was a strip sack, luckily not recovered by the defense, but the result was a touchdown nonetheless, as Nick Bolton absolutely just annihilated Genty after a 3-yard gain. As they're selling out to stop the run, we are going to flip this play around, try and get away from Chris Jones as much as we possibly can. And Alexander, get a nice block. Alexander with a nice block. It's a 10-yard run for Ashton Genty. Cook will be the one that eventually gets the tackle, but Genty's got us 8 yards shy of midfield at the 42-yard line. First down marker across midfield. We're going to cut it back up the middle with Genty. Genty's got plenty of running room, and he's across midfield. He's down to the 44-yard line, and he definitely has his X Factor activated now. He's got the glowing red X underneath his person. It's going to be 1st and 10, looking to pass. We're going quickly out to Michael Mayer. Lauderdale with a nice block upfield on Trent McDuffie, and we got ourselves to the 25-yard line. Raiders are out here marching yet again. We're going to be running it with Ashton Genty now, right between Tittman and Colson. The handoff to Genty, the give, and he will barely get back to the line of scrimmage, as they will give us a yard gain by technicality. And we will be saying goodbye to the first quarter as the clocks have struck 0-0 on the first quarter. We trail 14-7. Welcome back for the start of the second quarter. We're at the 24-yard line. We're marching down the field at 2nd and 10. They give to Genty up the middle, and he will barely get a gain of 3 as Drew Tranquil shot through that gap like a bullet to get to Ashton Genty. We're going to come out 3rd and 7 in an obvious pass situation. We're going to be looking as I'm going to take off with Mike Davis. Welcome back, Mark Davis. Mike Davis running. He's down at the 1. Welcome back, the scrambling legs of Mike Davis. Please ignore the voice crack there. And he is hyped up to be back in Vegas. As we're going to try and jump over the pile here with Ashton Genty. 1st and goal from the 1. When we've needed 1 yard, who do we call? Ashton Genty. And he's in. We are an extra point away from tying this game. It's still plenty early, but it's nice to see a quick offensive answer as the kick is good. A.J. Cole will send this one off one more time. It will be returnable for the rookie Mayo as Tyree Wilson, it was Zamir White. Number 3 is Zamir White, did not make the tackle, but was able to push Mayo back far enough where he actually lost yards on that return from where he was at first contact. As my voice is doing funny things real quick. All right, we are back. Paused it real quick as Mahomes is going to take off. Mahomes is scrambling. Mahomes will slide down at the 41-yard line. He's got himself a nice run. As my voice is just going to be playing funny games with us, so please bear with me. As it's 1st and 10 from the 41 in a pistol set. It's going to be a pass play, trying to get up. It's a quick dink and dunk pass out to the speedster Worthy. He's got himself a first down to the 41-yard line. As I'm just out here sounding like Tyrese Halliburton, my voice is changing from a little higher pitch to deeper, like it's nothing. Coming in motion is the outside receiver, as it's going to be a low pass, trying to get it to the speedster Worthy. I don't know what Porter's doing because you got burnt, kid. As it's going to be 2nd and 10. We're going to be in a zone coverage. Mahomes, it's going to be a pass play, looking out over the middle, and an absolute murder by, who was that? Trent Simpson? I believe it was a corner. I need to see a replay on that. Asante Samuel saw a man in the air and rocked him with not a second to spare, with a foot being down, no longer defenseless. He was going to take a body. Him and Michael Walls are hyped about it over there. The bells are ringing. It's 3rd down. 3rd and 10. We will pass commit happily here. From the 41-yard line, Kelsey will come in motion and will kind of zigzag back to where he was prior, trying to protect all corners of the field. Mahomes taking off, and we will tackle him into the first down marker. Unable to bring him down before he got the 10 yards of zone defense. That was my guy. If you cannot tell, it's been a minute since I played Madden. That was completely, yet again, another missed tackle by myself. It's a play-action pass. Mahomes checking it down to Rashid Rice. He will slide out of bounds after a gain of 6. And they're yet again knocking at the door of the red zone. It's 2nd and 4 now from the 22-yard line. And it's going to be a heavy blitz, and they're going to get it off to Rashid Rice. Nakobe Dean was in his face when that ball was thrown. Coming out now at the 14-yard line. It's 1st and 10. We're coming out in a zone package. Kelsey coming in motion. He will zigzag back to where he was prior, trying to sit out over the middle of the field. It's a check down to Pacheco, and we will drag him down after a 5-yard gain. They're down to the 9. And they are currently marching on us. 5 yards till the first down marker. 9 to get into the end zone. 2nd and 5 will be another pass play, trying to stay in phase, and we will be able to bring Rashid Rice down about an inch shy of the first down marker. It's 3rd and 1. Way to hang on by Trent Simpson to not allow him to get free and into the end zone, as it's another pistol set. 3rd and 1. They're going to pass it. It's a check down to Travis Kelce, and he's got his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Pending this extra point, it's about to be 21-14. Harrison Butker's kick is good. About to get an answer back within 5 minutes of play. Green will return it again, as he's going to have a little bit of running room, maybe up to the 31-yard line, as that would be where they spot it. As Ashton Jeanty has 8 carries, 44 yards, and a score. Our dominant second-year running back will be leaned on heavily for us to win this game, as I'm actually going to pass it here on 1st down. We're going to go quickly out to Lauderdale. Lauderdale with his first catch of the game. We will hustle back to the line of scrimmage. We're going to run inside zone here. We're going to snap it and hit that hole. Ashton Jeanty will get 2 out of it. It's 3rd and 2 now. We'll come out in a very wide spread out offensive look, and that will be when we audible to a run play. Jeanty with a nice hole up the middle. Ashton Jeanty gets across midfield to the 45-yard line. Ashton Jeanty using his big wheels to motor his way down into the other side of the 50-yard line. His words are starting to get tough now out here. So we're going to go quickly out to Ashton Jeanty on a screen pass. He's going to get to the outside. Quick spin move gets him pushed out at the 22-yard line, as our offense is completely humming right now. As we had entered the red zone, this is the time, or just shy of the red zone, this is about the time where we're going to start wanting to burn a little bit of clock, try and get time ticking off that clock, and try and give them back the ball with the least amount of time as possible, as it's 2nd and 6. And we're going to run it here one more time before the 2-minute warning. We're going to let it elapse to the 2-minute warning. Hopefully we can get it and make it 3rd and short, so we have a couple more plays to run before the 2-minute warning. As I'm going to continue to let a little bit more time tick, we will snap it at 2 seconds remaining. And Jeanty is going to get met in the backfield, a loss of 1, and that will be how we go into the 2-minute warning. So there's bad news and worse news. Worse news, it's now 3rd and 7 instead of 3rd and short. And the worst news is Ashton Jeanty is now out of his X factor. As I did not see the safety there. It's Jack Bench. But I thought Taylor, number 0, was going to collapse in and take the middle. He did not. He sat right there. And I got lucky lobbing it to our franchise star wide receiver, Jack Bench. As it looked like number 0 was reacting to take Jeanty out of the backfield. An absolute prayer was just answered for us. 1st and 10. We're going to take off with Mike Davis. Mike Davis gets away for a 3-yard gain. And we're going to run back up to this line. Inside of a minute to play here. 2nd and 7 from the 8-yard line. We're going to take off again. Mike Davis trying to run free. It's now 3rd and 4 from the 5. We're going to go to one of our more beloved plays here on 3rd and 4. We're looking Michael Mayer. Michael Mayer spins down. He's down at the 1. We will use our first timeout with 13 seconds remaining. Ashton Jeanty in our backfield. Who do you think's getting the ball on the 1-yard line? If you guessed Ashton Jeanty, you're correct. Ashton Jeanty with his 2nd touchdown in his first playoff game. And we are now an extra point away from tying it and 11 seconds away from having a tie game going into halftime against the Kansas City Chiefs in the playoffs. A.J. Cole to send it off as my voice is continuing to die on me. As Mayo is going to run this one back. He will be brought down at the 27-yard line. There are 7 seconds remaining. And it looks like they'll be content to just run it once to run out this clock, as that's exactly what they're going to do. Pacheco gets out to the 31. It's a 4-yard gain. But that's how we will end the first half. As Coach Andrew Carr, in his second year, has the Raiders tied in the wild card against one of the best teams in football. It's 21-21. We are seconds out of halftime, and A.J. Cole is getting ready to boot this one off. It'll be returnable again for number 37. That is Mayo, and Mayo is squeezing his way through and will be brought down at the 29-yard line. Out comes Patrick Mahomes. He has thrown 3 touchdowns, all 3 to tight ends, 2 of them to Travis Kelce and the first one to Wiley, as he has been threading tight needles for the entire game. You'd expect nothing less from one of the best quarterbacks in the National Football League, as they have 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. We're going to come out in a zone package looking to protect over the middle of the field, and it's going to be thrown to Nakobe Dean's spot. He had 2 men in his area, and Xavier Worthy is going to get the first down catch. It's a gain of 10. Or they're going to give it 11, actually. Trent Simpson, in another zone coverage, we will be on him, looking like it's going to be a run play. And in fact is, as Pacheco's going to cut back up the middle. He'll be brought down by Julian Love after a gain of 5. As we need to find a way to stop this rushing attack, as we're going to send a heavy blitz coming after Patrick Mahomes. No one gets there, and Trent Simpson just killed a man. Absolutely annihilated the small speedster, Xavier Worthy. That had to feel like a car crash. No ironic pun intended, as it looks like somebody false start, and it's going to be the center. False start on their center. Something you don't see every day. I believe it was their center, because he was the one that threw his hands up in the air. As it was actually, they actually called one on Jawan Taylor, number 74. He finally gets called for a penalty. Finally, first false start he's ever been called for in his NFL career. That ball was thrown right at Trent Simpson. Trent Simpson just not quick enough to react to a ball that's absolutely threaded. Now, the 72 overall middle linebacker that the Carolina Panthers would be starting there would be well fast enough, but not the superstar development, as that ball's absolutely overthrown, trying to get it to, I believe, Hollywood Brown. As yes, it was for Hollywood, as it's going to be 3rd and 6 now at the 45-yard line. We're coming out in a zone coverage. We will pass commit. Everyone's out wide except for Travis Kelce, who comes in motion. He's doing another little zigzag motion, as it's going to be a check down to Rashid Rice. He's got himself the first down. It was just a quick 2 turn routes. We're going to be sending pressure here, 1st and 10. It's a run play, and no one was able to stay up the middle. It's a gain of 9, I guess. I think he had the first down, and he started running backwards, trying to fight through bodies. As we're starting to get carved a little bit, our defense not looking like the unit we saw in the second half, as that ball is somehow caught by Rashid Rice. Porter did everything he could to prevent that from being caught. He remains unsuccessful in those efforts. As we're going to send a safety blitz, here comes Micah Walls. Travis Kelce doing his another goofy little rotation blitz, as we're sitting over the middle, and we're going to absolutely spear Xavier Worthy. Xavier Worthy is not going to be able to walk tomorrow. I assure you that. He's going to be walking out of here looking like a pretzel with how twisted up his back is going to be. 1st and 10. Travis Kelce going his little goofy motion again. As guess who's getting the ball? It's Xavier Worthy. He's got himself a 9-yard catch. He's down to the 5-yard line. And our defense is getting carved. This soft zone might as well be prevent. Like, they're just throwing it short of the sticks every time. And we're going to actually rally to stop him from getting the first down. Andy Carter in on that tackle. Way to go, kid. As it's going to be 3rd and inches. I would guess run, but then it would instantly be a pass. As it looks like it's another false start. That's a huge penalty, and it's going to back him up 5 more yards. This time on, is that Josh Simmons, I believe? Is 76? No, it's Lloyd Cushion or Colin or whatever the guy's name is. He's got the hard name. It's Sumatai, I believe. It's broken up by Baker. Baker breaks up the pass in the end zone. It's 4th and 5, and we will force a field goal. The penalty saves us from literally just a QB sneak as Harrison Butker splits the uprights perfectly. It's 24-21. Butker sending this one off. It's going to be returnable for Kavontae Turpin, who we're setting up to return right as Kavontae Turpin has himself a nice hole. He's out to the 36-yard line. The explosive return man, who did have a kick return touchdown early on, or actually late into the season. I believe it was actually against his former team, the Cowboys, as I will be forced to throw that away. Nothing was coming open on that play. As we're going to go back to pounding the pigskin. Bryce Alexander is into the game as the lead fullback in Karlaftis is instantly into the backfield. It's 3rd and 14. George Karlaftis, I don't know whose assignment it was to be on him, but they get an F for that assignment as we're going to chuck this up to Lauderdale, and he was unable to try and make the play, and that will be a wasted drive. A.J. Cole is going to be forced to kick this one off from the 32-yard line. It will be returnable for Royal, although he will fair catch it at the 30-yard line. And we have to find a way to stop that man, Isaiah Pacheco. 7 rushes for 44 yards. He hasn't taken off with the ball often today, but when he has, it's been to a very good success rate. 1st and 10 from the 30, and it's a quick RPO, and Xavier Worthy able to sneak around bodies and gets a 13-yard gain. I was worried that he was going to be off to the races on that play, as we're sending a 5-man blitz as they're audibling to something different. Mahomes will go now under center, and Rashid Rice is at tight end. This is not a good matchup. It's going to be a swing pass out to Pacheco, who Walls will bring him down after a 3-yard gain. They had whatever they wanted over the middle of the field, and they chose a check down. Something I will be thankful for later on if we can get a stop. Is at 2nd and 7. Men coming in motion in a zone look. And we're sending heavy heat. Mahomes rolling out of the pocket. He's got Travis Kelce. How did he know he was there? He turned his back to run backwards and fires a dot to a man that had nobody within a 5-mile radius of him. How did Mahomes know? It's 1st and 10 from the 40, sending heat. Once again, it's a quick, just kind of dink and dunk pass. It's a 3-yard gain to Hollywood Brown. Asante's the man to bring him down. As we're showing A-gap pressure on 2nd and 7, we're going to drop back into coverage, and no one is covering Hollywood. Hollywood Brown sneaks right past our boundary DB and is now about to make it 31-21, pending the extra point, which is right down the middle. Butker to send this one away, 31-21. It's going to be returnable for Green. Green looking for some space to return. He's out to the 35-yard line before being brought down. And out comes Mike Davis. He's going to try and lead a touchdown drive to bring it to within 3 once again. First play will be a play-action pass We're going to be looking deep over the field. I'd love to try and hit Lauderdale. He's on this basic streak. Lauderdale wins to the outside, throwing it deep to Alexander Lauderdale, and he cannot come down with it. The pass was just out of reach. 2nd and 10 now from the 34-yard line. As we're going to go quickly out, Michael Mayer has a quick pass, and he's got the catch out to midfield. Drew Tranquil unable to bring him down originally. It will be Cook who gets half a sack, or have a tackle on that, excuse me. As we are almost to the end of the third quarter, we're going to give it up the middle to Genty, who's going to get absolutely popped by the rookie Cook. It's a 4-yard gain. And we're going to send the absolute speedster, Kavontae Turpin, just on a mission deep. Kavontae Turpin, we're hit as we throw. Luckily, it floats harmlessly into no man's land. As I'm going to try and do that again. I want to send Kavontae Turpin on a mission deep. And I want to see him pass man. As the ball is up, Kavontae Turpin cannot come down with it. It was played beautifully. And now on 4th and 6, I'm going to get risky on this. 4th and 6, 4 seconds away from the end of the third quarter. We're going to go out to Alexander Lauderdale, who's got the first down. That will end this third quarter. We'll have the ball at the 36-yard line, down 10. Welcome back for the start of the fourth quarter. We're in a must-win game, as this is the wild card round, as we're going to get sacked for a loss of 1. Karloftis with one of the softest sacks you'll ever see, as it's 2nd and 11. We're going to try and hit OBJ on a quick slant. He's across midfield to the 24-yard line. We're going to be looking out over the field, and we're going to throw it up to Michael Mayer for the end zone. Michael Mayer comes down with it, but he could not stay in bounds. Or could he? We could not challenge the play, and he did not come into bounds. That's just great. We're going to take off. Mike Davis running down the sideline. Davis down at the 4. Mike Davis starting to use his legs a little bit more here into the fourth quarter, and Ashton Genty lining up for the trifecta. Looks like we have a free play, and Genty down to the 1-yard line. We'll see what this penalty is, as it's offsides by the defense. As I'm going to decline this penalty, it'll be 2nd and goal from the 1, and we're going to give it to Ashton Genty to run it right up the middle. I'd rather have it on the 1-yard line than the 2, and Genty is in for the trifecta. Ashton Genty with his 3rd rushing touchdown on the night. The extra point is up and good. AJ Cole to send this one away. It will be returnable for Royal, who catches it at about the 4-yard line and will get it out to the 30-yard line. Mahomes coming back out. They are 8 minutes away from advancing to the divisional round. If the game was to end now, they would be moving on, and the Raiders would be saying goodbye to a great season. Their first playoff run of this new 10-year, and Jordan Davis with friends plants Pacheco for a 3-yard loss. A full-on linebacker blitz, and Pacheco was absolutely dismantled, as it's a quick pass out to Travis Kelce. Eric Stokes, are we shocked, is getting cooked again. This time lined up on a tight end, and he is not fast enough to cover 97-year-old Travis Kelce. As we are going to be sending a blitz, we will pass commit on this play. Mahomes with an empty backfield. Time is running short. It's a quick pass out to Travis Kelce, and he will get pushed out of bounds at the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 after a gain of 14 to the 37-yard line. Coming out in a little bit of a blitz. It's thrown over the middle to Rice. They had Travis Kelce too if they wanted him, and we need to start manning up and playing man coverage. To the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. We have to hold him as it's a run play. Pacheco has nothing but green grass ahead. He's down at the 2. Just inside of 6 minutes to play in this game. We're going to be sending heat. We're going to run commit middle and try and get home as the tight end comes in motion. The handoff middle. Pacheco tackled into the end zone by Nakobe Dean. Unable to stop him shy. And it's going to be 37-20, or it's going to be 38-28 with this extra point, which is good. Harrison Butker to kick us off. It will be returnable for Green. Green, following his lead blockers, will get out to only the 28-yard line. And out comes Ashton Jeanty, who's had a great game. But he's kind of been neutralized in the second half due to the deficit, as he does have 3 rushing touchdowns on the afternoon. Our offense came out and was 2-play, boom, touchdown. We need to try and recapture some of that magic. We're going to come out in dagger, and we're going to find out exactly how good that rookie safety is over the top. As we're going to throw it up to Jack Batch as we're hit as we try and throw. Unable to get it off. A team that was in the bottom of the league in terms of sacks has 3 on the day, been kind of living in our backfield. As Alexander Lauderdale is going to try McDuffie one-on-one. As out goes Jeanty. Lauderdale kind of has a step, throwing it up. Lauderdale's got it down to the 18-yard line. Way to stay in on that, Mike Davis. I can already tell you exactly what the thumbnail is going to be. Sticking in there and getting the ball off right as he's getting hit. The ability to launch a ball like that while getting absolutely dismantled is something you don't see from a rookie quarterback often. As we are now cooking inside the red zone, as we're going to send Jack Betch on a corner route to the corner of the end zone. Throwing it up. Jack Betch, do you want to come down with it? He cannot. It falls harmlessly incomplete. As we're going to empty the backfield here. Jack Betch has one-on-one press. I'm going to put him on a corner route here yet again. I'm kind of be looking either him or Jeanty, who Jeanty gets a step. Jeanty makes a catch. He's down to the 3-yard line, and we're going to hustle right back to the line of scrimmage. I'm just going to send Jeanty on a quick out route. We're going to find out how they want to play him. I'm going to try and run with Mike Davis. Mike Davis with an insane juke move. Mike Davis is into the end zone. An extra point away from making it a 3-point game again. What a move by Mike Davis. Fresh off Mike Davis putting a defender on skates. A.J. Cole sending this one away to Mayo. And we are currently trying to hang on for dear life, needing another score to at least force overtime. With the new overtime rules, both teams will at least get a chance with the ball. Both teams scoring a touchdown will force sudden death. But we need to hold them to a no score or at least a field goal to get a chance. As Pacheco is running through men, and they're already across midfield on one play. The defense rearing its ugly head. Something we hadn't seen in multiple weeks, as it's going to be a run play. Pacheco able to bounce it out, getting a gain of 4, and the number 1 rush defense is getting dismantled here in the playoffs. The young core, it's showing which team has plenty of playoff experience and which team does not. We're going to run commit, as I'm expecting Pacheco to take off. He is. We ran commit correctly. It's going to be 3rd and 6. And They will probably take this right down to the 2-minute warning, which they will smartly. And it's now a 3-point game with 2 minutes to play. Right back into it outside the 2-minute warning. We're going to come out in a man zone coverage look. Travis Kelce coming in motion. Going out to the far outside. And it's going to be thrown. Wiley's caught it. Wiley running free down the sideline. We'll call a timeout at the 8-yard line. Jared Wiley had a chance to have just ended our season. It's 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. We will run commit middle on the play. And Pacheco is going to be brought down at the 5. We will use our second timeout. We are going to yet again run commit middle. Eichenberg is checked into the game. It's 2nd and goal from the 5. The run commit middle does not work. And our season hangs now in an onside kick balance, as we now need an onside kick to win this game, as we trail now by 10 again. Butker to send this one away. We're now having our final gasp. As we're inside of 2 minutes, we have 1 timeout remaining, and we're not even going to get to the 25 before Green is demolished. Mike Davis needs a heroic, true drive to show how good of a player he is. 1st and 10. Lauderdale wide open down the seam. Lauderdale's got it. Lauderdale running free. Alexander Lauderdale into the end zone. An answer just like that. And now with the extra kick from Daniel Carlson, the point after is good. And here comes an onside kick try. One play just like that. Alexander Lauderdale cooks Trent McDuffie. And now it's time for an onside kick. We're going to try and get one here. We're going to kick it low. Send it right through the middle. No one got it. We fall on it. No, we didn't. Mayo got to it just a second before. And that's going to be what ends our season. We need to get home. Somebody needs to force a fumble. Force a fumble. Somebody pop him. We can call one more timeout, but it's not going to matter. We're going to have to immediately blow them up. Run commit. Run commit and hit stick. Run commit and hit stick. As they're actually, if they don't get this, if they pass for this like an idiot, we could get the ball back. Actually, we're going to get the ball back if we can stop it. It's a throw out to Travis Kelce. Let him run. Let him run. Let him score. The game is still prolonged. We have a chance. We have another shot at an onside kick. We were inches away from getting that onside kick and having a chance to win the game. Now we have 40 seconds, and we're back down 10. This score is about to get a whole lot more interesting, as we're going to return it here. Butker sending it back off. Cavante Turpin will be the man. That's kind of almost exactly who you'd want returning in a situation like this. He's down at the 27. There's 36 seconds to go. And Alexander Lauderdale has been great going over the middle. I'm kind of looking at Ashton Genty here, sending him on a deep route. And Ashton Genty looks like he won over the middle. Genty has the catch. Genty running away from bodies. He's got a touchdown. And now it's 28 seconds away. We need this onside kick, or it's completely and utterly over, as this is becoming a shootout for the ages. And now we have to try another onside kick. We're going to low kick it. Send it about middle out. We're going to full strength it. And fall on it! No! Why didn't you fall on it, Porter? We had a chance to get it. We had another chance to get it. It bounced off a body. It bounced off a body. Looking at the instant replay for it. It bounces off. And who couldn't scoop it up? Number 34. It was Harper who couldn't scoop it up. And then Porter could not fall on it. And that's what's going to end our season. As Patrick Mahomes is a kneel away from an insane victory, we will lose 52-49. A sad way to go out in the playoffs. But this is a young team that is way ahead of schedule, winning 12 games this year, a team that only won 4 last year. There is no room for disappointment. We can be disappointed, but we have to acknowledge the massive strides we took this season. Is it unfortunate that we dropped this game? Absolutely. But does it show how bright our future is when we were truly inches away on 2 onside kicks from winning this game? Like, we almost won this game twice, and our special teams just could not get the extra point. The offense showed up when we needed it. The number 1 run defense in all of football could not stop Isaiah Pacheco tonight. And that's going to be something we're going to have to look to solve from within. In the postgame, Alexander Lauderdale gets another upgrade. He's going to be up to a true 82 overall playmaking receiver. The runner-up and rookie of the year, only behind our own Mike Davis. We have nothing to be ashamed of, although we can be disappointed. It was a great game. We are at the Super Bowl. As I've sent forward, looking at the playoff bracket, the Chiefs did not make it past the next round. Something that it should have been a game that we got to play in as Mahomes. Where was Pacheco playing like this? He played horribly against the Bills. And the Bills got oh my gosh. The Ravens absolutely smacked the Titans. It's going to be the Cowboys versus the Ravens. The 7 seed has knocked off the 2 seed by obliteration and the 1 seed by an absolute mass murder. That is an insane 27-3 in the divisional and knocking off the Packers by 3. That'll be a fun Super Bowl. Now looking at yearly awards, this is exactly where our rookie quarterback was sitting before his injury. Mahomes will walk away with MVP. Coach of the Year goes to Jonathan Gannon. We were second. And the AFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Josh Allen. And the leader in rushing is nowhere near. Okay, that makes sense. Defensive Player of the Year is Max Crosby. Nolan Smith finishing in 3rd place, by the way. That's huge. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Mike Davis. Runner-up was Alexander Lauderdale. And Nick Ortega finished 9th. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Michael Walls, was dominant this year. Best quarterback will go to Patrick Mahomes. Best running back will go to Ashton Genty. Best wide receiver, Jack Betch, was in the running, but nowhere near. Best offensive lineman will go to Colton Miller. Best defensive lineman, Max Crosby. Best linebacker will go to TJ Watt. Trent Simpson and Nakobe Dean were in the voting just farther down. Best DB, Sauce Gardner, was in the running. Michael Walls was also in the running as a rookie. And best kicker, Daniel Carlson is hanging around. As we got our postseason upgrades to go ahead and do, Max Crosby gets an upgrade for winning Defensive Player of the Year. He's playing up to a 99, a true 96 overall speed rusher, one of the best players in the whole National Football League. As for Ashton Genty, we will give him an upgrade to power back. We want to get him up to a 95 power back so we can unlock Freight Train, as he's got 4 upgrades to go to get to that point. Then Mike Davis, who, if we look at his progression history, won Offensive Rookie of the Year. He does not get superstar development for that, however, which is Slightly unfortunate. He will remain a true 84 overall, as he's now an 82 overall field general. Then taking a look at Micah Walls. We'll get him up to a true 83 overall, playing up to an 85 overall. What an insane season for Micah Walls. Into the season recap, the Cowboys lose in the Super Bowl. As we can see, a couple Raiders everywhere. His Offensive Rookie of the Year went to the Cowboys' Marcus Rogers, the true one. Micah Walls won the overall Defensive Rookie of the Year. And then a press conference media availability. Before we get to the offseason, technically we are into the offseason. Hey, everybody. Coach, let's talk about the next few months. What is your plan for the upcoming offseason? Make sure we win the draft. Well, I feel like that's pretty obvious. What does that mean? I'll tell you what it means. It means going out and getting one of the top 5 talents in the top of this draft. We'll check back in training camp. I bet we will, buddy. I bet we will. As we look at upgradable players. Right before the end of offseason, it's a whole lot of nothing. Taking a look at the postseason mock draft, Gio Cousins is still projected to go number 1. And I want to see where that Rams pick ended up. So we currently have 26 and 23. It's going to be hard to trade up to get number 1. We do have other Rams picks in the future. But all I know is I want Gio Cousins, Asante Samuel being our 2 main corners for years to come. That's all I know. But what I do know is I've been recording for an hour and 20 minutes. It's almost 1 o'clock Eastern. So I'd like to thank you so much for watching a losing edition of Raiders Franchise. Please, if you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and subscribe, as I will continue to say what I was in the opening, that subscribing and liking the video really does help. It helps grow this channel. I would love to grow this channel this summer before I head off to college. When I head off to college, I will have a roommate, and I don't know if I will be bringing this entire setup with me. I highly doubt it. But if that's the end you see of me, I will definitely be trying to find ways to work with the local radio station, where I won't be probably doing Madden games over the radio, but I will definitely be talking about sports. So if you're into talking about sports, stay tuned with me. You can find my Twitter and Instagram accounts linked in the bio of my channel. You just have to go to the description and drop down links. That's where you can find my Twitter and my 2 Instagrams, my sports account one and my personal. If you're trying to get a contact with me, you can message either or. If it's something about the channel, I'd prefer you message my sports one. And I see notifications on both, but if we're talking about sports ones, it would probably be better off for you to message me on the second account. But thank you so much for watching another episode of Raiders Franchise. I am Andrew Carr of Carr Sports, and have a wonderful summer, everybody.